This was an $80 million renovation of the library. We started designing this about 3 years ago, and we created a collaborative contract where the subcontractors, the architects, and the contractors are bound contractually. It's the first time we had done that here at Cal Poly. And the project landed ahead of schedule and right on budget, so it was a really sound investment. The process is designed so that we learn from the subcontractors as much as the students and the faculty who use the space. And so one of the examples of that is we added air conditioning so that we have really good climate control. But in doing that in a really efficient way and by replacing the glazing, we've actually reduced the energy cost in the building, which was a suggestion of the subcontractors.
The library certainly is at the academic heart of the university, and it's a place that we consider the third place on campus, really the living room of the campus. So where students can spend their time in between classes, again, collaborate with each other, partner, share ideas, and it really is the beating heart of our campus. And it's so great to have it back open for students, for faculty, for the community, and experience all of our great programming that we are excited to bring back to campus. It's just a much more pleasant space to be in, and it is going to be something that is going to help us to move into the next 50 years of being a vibrant place on campus.
I came to Cal Poly as a freshman in college in 1985 and walked into the library, and all floors were full of books and quiet study spaces. Back then, that's what we encountered. People would come to the library to primarily study individually. And over the decades, we've changed the library to be a lot more collaborative spaces where students can engage with teams. Some professors will hold their office hours here so they can meet with a big group of students rather than in a single office. And there's a lot of support services brought into the library that serve students, like the International Center and several other programs, so that it's a one-stop facility for a lot of student services.
One of the things we wanted to do while we're trying to prioritize space for students is also prioritizing space for students to be able to come to the library to study after hours. So originally, the library had kind of a small area on the first floor that was available for students to study there after hours. And then throughout the renovation effort, we were trying to understand how we could get at least 2 floors available for students to be able to study after hours. So today, level 1 and level 2 will be available for students to study 24/7. Before the renovation, every seat in this library was filled with students. And so we knew how important it was to try to fit more space for students within the library. So by taking away the existing stair and putting in the new main stair, we were able to recapture additional space. We were able to sort of consolidate and streamline some of the workspaces in the building. The librarians have been doing a great job reducing the collections. Where there were formerly books, we were able to kind of put student study space there as well. I mean, it's a feat just to try to transition a library from a place with books to a place for people. So I think coming into the original building, you know, it was still the original carpet on the upper floors, right, from back in the 1970s. But then also making sure that we're making the building more safe according to today's codes. So the building was safe previously. We were able to add fire sprinklers all throughout and update the fire alarms, so it's a much safer building. Make sure that the building is strengthened from a seismic perspective. And then from an accessibility standpoint, you know, there was this courtyard here had 2 different large depressions, and so not everyone could sort of access those areas of the courtyard. Before it was single pane glass that, you know, it's hot outside, it's hot inside, it's cold outside, it's cold inside. The existing building is really well set up to sort of not have to do a lot of heating and cooling as long as you have sort of better insulation. So we were able to address the insulation, and then with a higher efficiency mechanical system, and also replacing all the lighting with LED lighting, so we ended up reducing energy use by 30%, which is pretty significant for a building of this size.
We know how important this building is to the campus and the student population, student community as well. I mean, it's the biggest building on campus. It's the main, you know, location for studying and after hours, and so, you know, the pressure of delivering on time and delivering on budget was definitely there. But, you know, with the collaborative design build and all the key players at the table, we're able to make quick decisions and make decisions that are ultimately the best for the campus and best for the Cal Poly University.